Okay, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, and I hate to tell you this, but it's not money. It's not even a currency. Okay, it is sort of a pseudo currency today, but it's really not a currency. I would say dollars are more of a currency because guess what? If you want to buy something with Bitcoin, you can't. You can't. Not for the most part. You go to a heck, a garage. Forget. Just go to garage sales, okay, or yard sales as they call it in some places. Um, yeah, I'd like to. Oh wow, you got this nice vase. What? How much is it? $3. You just you take bitcoins. Yo, you don't. Okay, so you go to a bakery. Mom and pop type bakery. You take bitcoins? No. What kind of currency is this, my friends, fellas? Huh? What kind of currency is it? It's not. It's not even. If you have to convert it into dollars. Well, really? How about the litmus test? My litmus test, the banana litmus test. Let's go back in time with this. Just a few years. 2010. Okay, you got Bitcoin. You put it in a thumb drive. They had thumb drives back then. 2010. Okay, you take your wallet, Bitcoin wallet. I'm assuming you know what Bitcoin is. I'm not going to explain that. So you take your Bitcoin wallet, you print it as a backup, and you have a thumb drive. Go back in time. Okay, just a few years, several years. 2010. Now you want to buy something. Okay, do you take Bitcoin? What's Bitcoin? Oh, it's this digital currency. It's algorithm that converts this gibberish into some. No, I don't recognize. All it is garbage to me. Yeah, but in the future, yeah, but today, you see, today I need the money today. Gabish. Now, if I took $1 of today, went back in time a few years, I could still buy stuff. If they didn't look at the date, I could still buy stuff. Same thing with coins. Still buy stuff. Coins as far as quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies. Still buy stuff. A few years ago. So if I had the litmus time test is the way I call it. The banana time test, the litmus time test. If it's not basically what I'm saying, if it's not something you can touch, not something you can put in your pocket and hold it, it's BS. It's bull. That's what the B stands for Bitcoin. Let's go even further. You take $1, you take a Bitcoin, and then you take, I don't know, instead of gold, silver coin, an ounce of silver. So you got an ounce of silver, you got your Bitcoin, say several $1,000, quote unquote, worth, quote unquote, of Bitcoin, and then a few $100s in fiat trash dollars. You go back in time 100 years. Go to a bakery. You want to buy bread. Okay, the first thing you take out is Bitcoin. They're going to look at it and say, "What the hell is this? It's a piece of paper." Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's right. This is a printed out Bitcoin. You really can't really recognize this. Let me take my thumb drive out because that's where the Bitcoin wallet is stored digitally. Yeah, where's the computer? What's a computer? This is the early 1900s. See what I'm talking about? Okay, you take your dollars out, maybe, possibly, depending on the design and so forth. Although today's designs are a little different. They possibly take it. And that's because it's the United States, and then because the Federal Reserve was still around back then. 100 years ago. So yeah, you could do that, but possible. But if you take a silver 1 ounce coin and you want to buy some bread, the guy will look at you and say, he'll look at the coin and say, you you can buy a lot more than one loaf with that. You realize that, right? I mean, that's now you could buy about 10, 20 loaves with that. You see what I'm saying, my friends? Let's go back 200 years. No, let's go back 300 years. Same thing. You go to a bakery, Bitcoin. They laugh at you. They're like, "What the heck? Like, what? You're weird. You're strange." Okay, dollars. They look at that. Go, oh, green piece of paper that has weird drawings. Next, no soup for you. No soup for you. But then you pull out your 1 ounce silver. Okay, they'll look at it and they're like, "Oh, sure, sir. As a matter of fact, I can give you more than just one loaf of bread." You get it? Bitcoins are not tangible. They are not a store of value. Therefore, they are not a store of value. I am very sorry, friends. Now, it may be a good, you know, trading mechanism, but it's not a store of value. It does not pass the test. Does it have to be silver, by the way, that is a store of value? Because, dollars are still not a store of value as well because they will not be recognized in the past. And they won't be recognized in the future at some point, by the way. So again, I ask, does silver have to be the only store of value? No. It could be gold. It could be, let's just put it this way, aluminum, maybe some type of aluminum alloy, that kind of looks silverish, very shiny and so forth. They make those. Okay. Even copper. Hell, yeah, it doesn't buy much, but it's a store of value. You could go back 400 years. They know what copper is. They may not know what aluminum is, but it would be an interesting piece of metal that somebody would pay you probably some handsome amount of money just to have. The cool factor, you know what I mean. Or just some institution, if you can go to an institute, skabish, and you go to I don't know, say you go to an institution and say, hey, you know what, this is from the future. You can reverse engineer it, kabish. They'll pay you something for it. Why? Because you have something to hold, to give. Let's talk about just a little bit, okay, about salt that was used as money. Certain types of shells, seashells, wampum. Remember? Now, anyone have digital wampum back then? No, no, no. Anyone have paper wampum back then? No, no. You found the shells, you accumulated them. There's your wampum. Okay. I'm just saying, we're physical beings. We're not digital beings. Okay. We're not going to stand for uh, transacting hard labor for ones and zeros. It just doesn't. It doesn't compute. It doesn't compute. I don't care how much you try and change the person's view of reality. It does not compute because person is a three-dimensional being. You have to feel something to say it's worth something. Period. Bitcoin does not fit the model when it comes to money. Just like fiat trash dollars and all that other crap. That's all I have to say about that. Just think about it. Next time somebody talks about new currency or whatever, do the banana litmus test. Take that currency, bring it, take it into a time machine, go back a few hundred years. See if you can actually say to yourself, would they trade this for a specific, you know, amount, so I can buy so much goods with it. That's all. That's all I have to say. Have a good day.